Thank you.
Got the napkins as well?
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
I got a little bit.
For you?
Oh, perfect. Here, lift it up.
Huh?
Because this is magnetic. This is metal. Lift up. It's like, yeah. Zero. I think that's a lot. I don't think that number of people watching is accurate. Sometimes it'll say like 0 and I'll get comments, and then there'll be like 8 people watching, and then like.
What if there's a delay with the game?
That's what I think it is. Yeah.
Dan's watching.
Yeah.
I see you, Dan.
Yeah, FLX. Well, it's FLX,
It's
so
Dan.
it's probably Dan. Just you're not gonna find anything fancy here. We're drinking beer out of plastic cups because Tanner made us. He said the only way you should drink beer, especially if you go to Treehouse or Trillium, is plastic cups is the only way to go. So we're drinking out of plastic cups. We just came back from Fox Farm.
It was delicious. You missed out.
Steven is on the other side of this camera. You can't see him, so that's his hand. It's all everybody else's first time there, right? What did you think?
That was an awesome brewery. It's very reminiscent of Tilted Barn. The barrel. Yes. That was. Oh yeah.
So, what he talked about.
Was that there they built it for that?
It's, yeah, there's no way it's not. It's too clean and nice to be old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is at the brewery, you go out and up the grounds, and they have this is their barrel room, which looks like a church. You know what I mean? It does. It's just like a church of beer, and it is probably the nicest, one of the nicest breweries I've been to because there's been. I mean, there's a lot of great breweries. So you're saying that Tewksbury was fantastic.
Very gorgeous.
But across the board, I've said this on the channel several times, but I think Fox Farm is the best brewery in the world. Like, and that's not hyperbole. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they're just because you can go there and get anything.
Everything is
like if you want a 2% tape, and they gave you a glass. So he's pissed off because it wasn't in plastic, but he got over it. But it's like, and every time they gave you a beer, it was in the proper glass.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, oh, here's our glass. It's like, no, you're drinking this Grodzitsky. We're going to give you a Grodzitsky glass.
Yeah.
And just everything about it was laid back, chill. The beer's really good. You can get, they had imperial stouts and hazies and lagers and you know what I mean, all kinds of stuff. So it is by far and away probably, honestly my favorite brewery in the world. It has been for a couple of years now.
So I was saying, it's like the holy grail of beer, and not just because there was a church full of barrels.
Yeah, we have FLX chiming in saying, "Sup, gents? What's going on, homie?" Craig from Camp Beer Reviews. Cheers, folks. Have a good one. Miss you, homie. Beer Manos chiming in saying hello. What's going on? FLX said facts. I assume facts is about Fox Farm being great. It says Treehouse continues to innovate with the plastic cup game, and Remy from Beer What? I wonder, and here's the thing.
Yeah, I never got.
I wonder if that because they do plastic everywhere but there, right?
I think it's that.
Is it a local? Is it a local ordinance?
No, well, maybe, but for me,
You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
always been when Treehouse, like when Treehouse Maine is packed, it's plastic. When it's a slower day, sometimes it's glass. Yeah, and so I think it may depend on how busy they are.
On any
That way they don't have to clean glass where they just give.
Can't you order the beer in the glass that you keep?
Yes, you can pay. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
So you can get glass whenever you want. Technically, if you buy that glass.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And how strict is Treehouse when it comes to like pours? Like
very strict.
Like you get your 3, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah, they track you on a wristband and stuff.
Mm. Yeah, Fox Farm had a limit of pours that you can get there. They had it was either 3 full pours or 6 half pours.
Yeah.
And I had 5 full pours. So.
They no, Treehouse also, I think it's because they're worried about local people getting on them because the other traffic stuff. So there's like there's stories about people pulling up and Treehouse seeing an empty can in their thing and then saying, nope, not serving you.
Go away. Yeah. Well, there's also stories of idiots drinking in the fucking vehicle, pulling up, and then they're like, you're an asshole. And honestly, a lot of those drink limits are more just to keep idiots from being assholes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. Like, I had more than the 3 there, but it was like, I'm not driving. I'm not running around. Well, I was cursing quite a bit like a sailor, but that's only because that's what I do. But it wasn't like, we weren't being like knuckleheads or anything like that. But Treehouse, yeah, they probably can't deal with it. Like that's the thing. Like, Fox Farm is great, but I love it, and I would rather go there in general. But Treehouse is so goddamn popular. Like the amount of traffic they
They're
have
on
to
the
deal
main
with.
drag too. So
And
like,
did they even make you? Can you make a left out of there still, or
they reroute? Yes, they have redone the whole driveway system and everything. Now it's like a double lane at the end, so you can take a left out now.
But there's no light, right?
There's no light now.
Yeah. So wasn't there a big wreck there this week or something like that?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. So it's like that's always been like a horrible, like intersection. Cause it's a 4-lane.
Yeah.
Not a route, not a highway, but it's like essentially a highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Because then you have to make a left to go to BT's, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's just like a nightmare waiting to happen. But yeah, no, we're chilling. We had a good night last night. We came in last night and just chugged beers, right? We didn't do anything fancy. No. Chugged beers, ate steak. Steven killed it on a steak game. Like, killed it. Dude made so much meat. It's like I'm sweating before I even tasted it. We reviewed a bunch of beers, hung outside. It was chilly night, actually. It was really cool because it was kind of cold. And I was getting a little shivery towards the end of the night, so that was fun. And then, reviewed a bunch of stuff. And then this morning, like I said, we hopped up in the cars, went to Fox Farm. That was a blast. We were toying with the idea of going to Tox Brewing. They were having Oktoberfest there, or Toxtoberfest. But we decided to come back here. This is a pizza place that is like, a block and a half away from Steven's house. And they're BYOB. So we're ripping some beers. And everything is great. Yeah. Let's see what else. Remy saying, enjoy, guys. FLX Brew Review saying, any other breweries planned for today or just hangs and maybe some mystery beers? Yeah, I mean, that's it. I think we're done with breweries. Maybe if we get saucy, we might go to Willimantic,
maybe.
which is like right down the street. It's like an OG brew pub. I kind of want to go there just to
if we're bored and want to walk. Go over
you know what I mean? Which is like we could walk there from Steven's place.
Great garlic fries.
Great garlic fries. I'll take his word for it. And then that's it. Tomorrow I'm going to New York Beer Project. New York Community Beer Project. I forget what it's called now. New York
Beer Collective or something?
Beer Collective. There you go. See, Steven. I'm going to go there, and I'm sure everybody else is going to stop somewhere. You know what I mean? Like on their ride home and stuff like that. So, yeah, today's going to be pretty chill, just hanging, drinking beers. We're waiting for our pizzas. And after I was saying, I really wish we could connect. It was almost a possible thing, but was out of work sick Tuesday and Wednesday, so taking off Friday couldn't happen. Yeah, it's a bummer, man. Like, Keith couldn't make it, Kyle couldn't make it, and you guys couldn't make it. So it's a bit of a bummer. Bumpy didn't come either. But we're having a blast. That's all you can do, man. That's the thing. It's supposed to be just a blast. Have fun. Relaxing. Nothing too crazy. So it's like, come you come.
German Pilsner.
German Pilsner.
It'll go great with this pizza.
I like Tanner's, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? It's not confidence. I like Tanner's optimism that this is not going to be finished before the pizza. This will go great with the pizza that's going to be in my belly. Hopefully that was enough. Picked up some cans to go from Fox Farm, so everybody did essentially. So I'm sure you'll be seeing videos aplenty. I was supposed to interview Zach from Fox Farm for the podcast. He was super busy. He actually went on a getaway with college buddies and stuff like that, so it didn't work out. But it was kind of cool because I took a picture, obviously, put it on Instagram, and ended up calling in and had them kind of give us a little bit of hospitality while they were there, which was pretty fun. So it's nice to see. But it gives me more of, and I missed what I said to Zach when I said I couldn't we couldn't connect for the podcast. Just to me, all the more reason to come up again. You know what I mean? And do it. You know, it's honestly not that far. You know, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes from my house to Fox Farm. That's, you know, not short, but it's also not all that long. So it's definitely something. No, and honestly, it wouldn't be just come up and go home. I'd come up and hang out with Steven and, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely make it back up here. And it's honestly, I don't know what the weather's like back home, but this is me weather right now. How this is, it's like what is it, mid-60s and a little breezy?
Yeah.
Watch says. Watch is dead. Watch does not say anything. I think it's like 61.
Yeah.
I think it's higher than that, but the breeze makes it feel cooler. For weather.com, it's at 71 actually. But
It does not feel like.
I think the breeze helps a lot.
61 at maybe like 10:30. This is good though. 60's a little.
That's because you're skinny and young. Us fatties like it on
Island,
cooler. What?
I live in Rhode Island.
What does that mean?
Our weather is just like crazy.
Okay.
Right? Would you agree? Rhode Island weather is like.
Well, I'm a Connecticut guy. I don't know what Rhode Island weather's like.
It's like 40, 30 one day, and the next day it's like 70. Yeah, the Rhode Island weather is terrible. It's all over the place. It's like pouring. It could be like pouring, raining, but it's like 70 and humid.
Fucking humidity, man. Can't we can put people on the moon. We can't control humidity on a global scale. Can I just have like a 6-foot bubble around me that is like air conditioned at all times with no humidity?
I would be okay with this.
You know what you need, Matt? You need a couple of servants with like 3 rifles.
Like a fan?
Yeah.
A nice fan and some grapes that can feed me. I can wear a little olive leaf around my neck, around my head.
T-shirt. Some of this is what I really need. Or
IPA.
I'll do it. I'm game. Whoever wants that job, let me know. It's like a band. It's an internship. An unpaid internship. I'll do it. Kramerica Industries.
Requirements. Long-term arm
Movement.
Yes.
Waving. Words are hard.
English is not that good.
Teach Tanner how to pack a beer mail tonight. Okay, so apparently we have to do that. Whose seller is more impressive, Kyle or Stevens?
What was that?
FLX is asking whose seller is more impressive, yours or Kyle's?
Kyle's behind it.
Well, I haven't seen Kyle's in person.
No, you have. Well, you've seen it on video.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's all of it.
Yeah, I didn't know if it wrapped around or anything on the other side.
It's Stevens. We'll take a
Stevens'
picture. We'll maybe we do a review in the
house is
cellar.
like
We can do a review in the cellar. That'd be fun.
We in the hot, humid, sticky.
Stevens' house
Like
is
that's.
random,
Well, let me put it this way.
it's like an
Stevens'
Easter egg
cellar
hunt.
is nicer as far as content. As far as environment, it might be a little bit
You know, like
dodgy.
Yeah.
You know that guy on Family Guy where it's like, ooh, piece of candy.
Stevens' cellar is like when you walk off the plane in Florida. It's kind of like what Stevens' cellar like it's
Barrel aged stout.
it's like a salt in here.
Well, I'm saying you walk around Stevens' house and you're like, ooh, barrel aged stout. Ooh, barrel aged stout. It's like a paper towel holder. Oh no, it's actually a barrel aged stout. Just that what's the one that's like underneath your microwave? I have no.
I wasn't paying attention.
No,
Sorry.
there was beer. There's a
He was
barrel.
making fun about there's beer everywhere in your house.
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty
there
much.
is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, ooh, piece of candy, but no, it's barrel aged stout.
The nicest cellar I've ever seen was a gentleman by the name of Kevin Fiedler. He lived in northeastern Pennsylvania. He actually lives closer up this way now. He's huge in the beer. Lambic nerd, whole Farmstead nerd. But I went to his house. We did a fantasy draft. So we used to have a beer fantasy draft. It was a beer league fantasy draft. So it was like NFL fantasy. But what everybody had to do is they had to put a box in, and then whoever won got all the boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you won.
I won the one year and got all kinds of crazy shit. And he held the live draft in his house one time, and he had like a furnished basement, and he had a crazy beer cellar with all kinds of stuff. Like he had like vials of like vintages of like several utopias and bourbon and all this stuff, like from all over the place, like people. But the funniest part is, and I took a video of it. If I can ever find it, I'll post it. Is that he had so much beer that when I went to the bathroom in his basement, there was like Hill Farmstead Magnums, like all lined up against the wall in the bathroom because he had nowhere else to put it. So I like took a video of me a pee, and then I went like this, and it was just like Hill Farmstead Magnums, and then back to my pee. It was like, you know, I'm just like, okay.
That's like his house. His house has gotten to the point where I think he just has nowhere else.
There weren't even Magnums. There were Jeroboam. What is it, Jeroboam? Is that what
was it?
Not Magnum's like 1 liter. Jeroboam's like a 3 liter, like the huge, like this tall bottle. That big of what? Like he had like several just in the corner of his bathroom because he had nowhere else.
I'm still trying to figure out the point of bottles that size.
You're talking about the stone bottles?
Yeah. You know, you had like this. It would be
Yeah.
perfect to crack something like that,
Yeah.
especially if it's like something
the
like
stone ones,
really
right?
low ABV.
Yeah.
And then it's like crack it, and then we'll drink that throughout the weekday or weekend
Yeah.
or whatever. Oh, look at that, Joe from the Beer Patrol. Heart
What's up,
emoji. Heart emoji. What's going on, hon? But I mean, I would say the winner, the champion of Beertuberpalooza this year is Weather.
Yes.
Like the first 2 years. The first year was special. Like special. The first year of Beertuberpalooza, I'm pretty sure, and I could be exaggerating slightly, I think the real field temperature was 118. The first one. The one you went to was like 102.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the second one. The first one was like 118, like 112, 118. Yeah, the first 2 years we did at my farm. And you know what I mean? And then
to be fair, one of them we had in your
well,
basement.
we have the shed, but it's also I have a kid and family, and I don't want people on my property.
Get off a kid and family, and also no, you're not.
Well, no, and honestly, and Kyle obviously, I don't have to say Kyle will say this, you know this. It's stressful posting. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like for me, it was stressful. You know, Steven not so much because, you know, I mean, it's his. He's single. He has a house. He has a bunch of room. I'm sure it's not stressful, but it's not crazy. You know what I mean? And you know everybody, so it's like the first year I invited everybody. It's technically like
A lot of free
people. Yeah. So you know, but it's also like cleaning up. You know, I always, you know me, I always stay up. I'm the last person up. I have clean at the end of the night. I'm always making sure everybody's taken care of to the last minute. You know what I mean? So for me to be that guy, like last night, like I was the last guy to bed last night. Actually, I wasn't the first though. That is true.
It was actually a little more complicated. I was getting cold. So when are you cold?
Pizza's here. We're leaving.
So I sat down, I put the plates on.
Oh, you can throw it anywhere and we'll serve ourselves. You don't have to worry about it. Pizza's here.
Thanks so much.